such as none of the kings
Amen.
who were before you, nor shall any after you have the like.
God. God is a good God. He asks for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And God says, because this was in your heart. What is in your heart? When you ask God, motives are very important before God. So God looked down in the heart of Solomon. He says, because this was in your heart, you are not saying it as a lip service. You are saying it from your heart. And because it was in your heart, and you have asked for wisdom and knowledge, you haven't asked for riches, you haven't asked for your enemy. Do you know that there are people that what they say is, if I get there, they will see it. If I get married, those who boast about their marriages, they will see it. If I get some cash. But God looks at our hearts. You've asked for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Do you know that when you are wise, money will come? Because your ideas and the things that you do will attract wealth. So he asks for wisdom, and God says, because you have asked for wisdom, knowledge, riches will be an addition. Amen. That's why we should not go for riches and you leave wisdom there. If God gave you £1 million today, without wisdom, the same £1 million will give you. We've seen people like that. From nowhere, and they became rich. There was a man, though I'm diverting a little bit from my message, but don't worry, I'll preach in a minute. Go to the ants and learn. That's what we are learning today. Proverbs 6:6. So this man, he asked wisdom when he became a king. So for him, now to tell his people to say, you need wisdom. But for you, there is one example I can give, which is very common. Go to the insects, go to the ants, and learn from them, and you get wisdom. He's a wise man. And the Bible, God told him to say, you are the wisest man who has ever lived, and all the kings that has been, and those who will come, no one will be wise as you. So he was a wise man. So when we ask the question in Proverbs 6:6, who is speaking these words? Is Solomon. Who is Solomon? The wisest man. Who is Solomon? The richest man. Who is Solomon? He's a king. So for a king to say this, to say, go to these insects, he knew what he was talking about. There was a man, Ringo Piri, in one of the countries somewhere. This man, he robbed the bank. Millions of money. Guess what? The only thing he did was go and buy sausages, and he ate those sausages, and he slept in that room. The police went to arrest him and found him with loads of sausages. And I said, God, of all the things, just sausages. So maybe his heart, all he wanted was to eat sausages. What is in your heart? What is it that you desire? If you desire wisdom from God, in fact, James says, if you lack wisdom, pray to God. He will give it unto you. So now, Solomon, let's get back to Proverbs 6, verse 6. Why should we learn from these small insects? We need to learn because when you stop learning from others, you stop growing. And if you think you know